Hello, my dear Rockstar students. I hope you're all doing amazing. Welcome to this special series called SCMP Super 100. Here we'll be discussing the most comprehensive questions of CA Final SCMP. The top 100 questions which covers almost all different types of adjustments which are going to be very important from the examination perspective. Now, solving first things first. Yes, brief introduction about myself. I'm Tabish Hassan, a chartered accountant, an all India ranker, an international speaker. I'm a faculty for CA intercosting as well as CA final SCMP. Now, what is this Super 100 questions? Is it going to be the most important questions from the examination perspective? Is it going to be the guess question? If I just solve these 100 questions, will I be getting exemption? Will I be getting at least 70 plus marks in the examination? Wait. Let me make one thing very clear for you guys. The very nature of ICAI's examination is the unpredictability of the examination. So if anyone, not just me, if anyone is going to come and tell you that, yes, just to solve these 50 questions, these 100 questions, these 30 questions, you will get an exemption in the examination. Trust me, it's a sham. Yes, even I'm not going to tell you the same thing. But what I'm going to tell you is that these are the most comprehensive 100 questions which we have picked from the study material as well as from the past papers as well as from the additional case study digest. These are the 100 questions which are most comprehensive, which covers most different types of adjustment. So that if you try this, you'll be getting an idea of majority of the questions. So in the 1.5 day before examination, if you cover this, it will give you a wholesome idea of different varieties of questions that can come in the examination. So is it clear, my dear students? I'm not going to tell you, you just solve this, you're going to get an exemption. No, I have to be very honest with all of you guys. Yes, I'm your mentor, I'm your guide. It's my duty to make you guys aware of that thing at the very outset. But these are going to be the most comprehensive 100 questions from the examination perspective. Now, second, this is not going to be a detailed explanation of the questions. Our objective is how do we revise questions in the last 1.5 day before examination. In the 1.5 day before examination, we'll roughly be having 20 hours to revise the entire subject. So if we bring it down to one particular chapter, we'll be having roughly around 2 hours. In that, we should be covering the concepts also, the questions also, the case studies also. So for the questions, max to max, we will be in a position to devote 45 minutes to 1 hour. Our objective is to cover the comprehensive questions of every chapter within half an hour, 30 minutes. So it is going to be a super fast recap of all the important points that is needed to solve a question from the last day perspective. Fine. Third and the most important thing, in the paper of SCMP, the questions can be of two different types. Either it is going to be a practical question or it is going to be a case study question. Case study could be a case scenario which is going to be a 5 to 10 mark question, or a case study which is going to be a 20 mark question, or a practical question. Two different types of questions are going to be there. These 100 questions cover only the practical questions. That means for case studies, you will have to refer them separately. Is it clear? With these 3 points being in mind, yes, let us begin with our super 100 questions. The first chapter we're going to cover is going to be decision making. Now, one more final point. Yes, what is going to be the approach to watch the video? Yes, it's not going to be watch the video, my dear students. Yes, keep in mind the approach is going to be important. It's not just the efforts, it is the approach that we are going to follow. Firstly, yes, every question that we are going to follow will be either from the study material or from the case study digest. I'll tell you which question number it is going to be. So first thing that you will have to do is you will have to read that question by yourself. Try understanding the question. Point number 2, try thinking of a solution in your mind, what the solution could be. Once you've done the 3 things, watch the video. In the video, I'll tell you how to answer the question, which are the most important areas wherein we make mistakes. Once this is over, now try solving the question on your own. Now trust me, so many students will watch the video, only 5% of the people will implement this approach. Trust me, if your approach is wrong, all the efforts that you've put is going to be completely in vain. So just keep that in mind, students. Once you watch the video, once the question is over, sit back, try solving that question by yourselves. See how well you're getting the answer. Only then go to the next question. And once you're done with the question, yes, again, make a pointer of all the important things that you have to keep in mind so that you can revise it quickly in the 1.5 day before examination. Fine. all the resources that we are going to use, where it will be uploaded. It will be available on our Telegram channel, Think with Tabish. So you can go there and download all the PDF resources. Fine. With this, we'll start with our super 100 questions. The chapter is going to be decision making. One final thing, students. Yes, you would already be knowing that if we are coming up with a video of approximately 30 minutes, at the end you will see a 30-minute output. But trust me, to come up with a video of 30 minutes, we would have put at least 10 to 20 hours of efforts in the back end. So if you love the work that we are doing, if you feel that the work that we are doing is making your studies simpler, like the video, put down your comment. Trust me, it gives us a different level of happiness altogether. And share it with all your friends. Trust me, that's the greatest gift that you guys can give us for all the efforts that we are doing. So with this, without any delay, let us begin with the super 100 questions from the chapter of decision making. So first question that we are having, yes, first let me tell you how the approach is going to be. Yes, this is a question. So question number 1, yes, you will see where this question is picked from. The question is test your knowledge question number 5, page 5.37 from the study material. Along with that, the solution which is given by ICAI is also given here. Now, again, a very key important pointers that is required to solve the question. We have come up with a separate PDF file for the same. Don't worry, all the PDF files will be shared with you. You need not worry. Wherein all the important things that is required to solve the question is written down in short and simple way. So now, first let me quickly explain you background of the question. There's a company that wants to purchase a plant. There are two different plants it can purchase. Yes, first plant is going to cost 35 lakh, but I can produce 500 units from that. There is another plant as well, which I can produce 750 units, but I have to pay 52 lakh. The question is, on a relevant cost basis, which plant should I go? Should I go for plant number 1 or plant number 2? Okay, I will see obviously where my benefit is going to be maximum. Wherever my benefit is maximum, I will be going for that particular plant. So I have to be calculating the net benefit or the net profit in both these options. Yes, option number 1, what is my net benefit? Sales minus variable cost, that is my contribution, minus any relevant fixed cost will be my net profit. In both the options, wherever it is higher, I'll be going for that. So some important points here. Firstly, they are telling, yes, the tablet has cost 5 lakh rupees to develop. Now tell me one thing, my dear students, development cost. I've already developed my tablet. Now whether I go for 35 lakh plant, whether I go for 52 lakh plant, yes, is this cost avoidable? Can I change this cost? I cannot change. So this is going to be a sunk cost. Hence it is going to be irrelevant from decision making perspective. One more thing I forgot to tell you guys. This is going to be a quick revision of the questions only. No concepts are discussed. If you want a discussion on the concepts, we have separately uploaded concept videos wherein all concepts of SCMP are discussed in the most elaborate and logical way. Go check out in the YouTube channel Think with Tabish. Okay, yes. Now going to the next thing, what is going to be the approach to solve the question? If you see, yes, for two different levels of output, yes, number of units is given, selling price is given, variable selling cost is given, salvage value of plant is given, PV ratio for 500 units is given. Yes, again, yes, fixed cost, that is the amount to acquire the asset, is also given. So what is going to be the approach? Yes, I will be calculating profit at both the levels. Wherever my profit is going to be maximum, I'll go for it. So I'll tell in case of 500 units what is going to happen, in case of 750 units what is going to happen. So selling price minus variable cost will be my contribution per unit, into number of units will be my total contribution. From that I will reduce my relevant fixed cost. I will be arriving at my profit. Fine. Variable cost I will bifurcate it as manufacturing as well as selling and distribution cost. Fine. Now, yes, now comes the important part. How do I calculate my variable cost? Now pay attention, students. How do I calculate my variable manufacturing cost? Remember, one important assumption that we use throughout is that if nothing is specified, we will always assume variable cost per unit as constant. Now look at the question, my dear students. So question is telling, when I am selling 500 units, note number 3. Yes, my variable selling cost is 10% of selling price. Fine, my selling price is 79,600, so it is going to be 10% of that. Fine. My PV ratio is going to be 40%. Okay. So what does it mean? Everyone pay attention. Yes. When I am selling 500 units, my selling price is 79,600 rupees. Fine. My PV ratio is 40%. That means my contribution is going to be 31,840 rupees. Fine. That means my variable cost is going to be 60%. So variable cost is going to be, Yes, 47,760 rupees. Yes or no, everyone? Now, this is my total variable cost. In that, there is variable manufacturing cost, variable selling and distribution cost. What is question talking about variable selling and distribution cost? Yes, it is 10% of my selling price. That means 79,600 into 10%, it is going to be 7,960 rupees. Yes, that means what is my variable manufacturing cost, my dear students? Yes, it is going to be the balance amount, that is rupees 39,800 rupees. Is it clear, everyone? Now, why did I calculate? Because while I am manufacturing 750 units, I need to calculate what is my variable cost. Now, variable manufacturing cost, question has not told when I am producing 750 units, how much is my variable manufacturing cost? What is my default assumption? Yes, what is my variable manufacturing cost per unit previously? Same thing will be continuing. That means it will be 39,800 only. But when it comes to variable selling and distribution cost, question is telling it is 10% of my selling price, where my selling price is going to be 69,600. That means my variable selling and distribution cost will be 6,960. Is it clear? That means my total variable cost will be 39,800 plus 6,960, which is going to be rupees 46,760. Is it clear, everyone? That's the next important point in the question. The final point from the question is calculation of relevant fixed cost. Now pay attention, students. Yes, while I am purchasing my asset, I have to be paying the acquisition cost. Yes, currently the firm is deciding on the plant capacity, which will cost either 35 lakh or 52 lakh. Now, if I am going for 500 units, how much I should pay for purchasing the plant? 35 lakh. Fine. If I am paying 35 lakh to purchase the plant, at the end of its life, how much will be my scrap value, salvage value? It will be 6 lakh 25,000. That means, pay attention, students. I have paid 35 lakh to purchase. At the end of it, 6 lakh 25,000 is my scrap value. That means my net depreciation for 2 years, which is the life of the asset, is going to be 28 lakh 75,000. That means my net relevant fixed cost is going to be 28 lakh 75,000, which is my 35 lakh minus 6.25 lakh. This is for my first asset, which is going to be 28.75 lakh. Similarly, I will be doing for my second asset as well. Is it clear, everyone? With this, I'll be arriving at my selling price is already given. Variable cost, I've shown you how to calculate. Contribution per unit, multiply by number of units, you will get the total contribution. Reduce the relevant fixed cost, that is a net depreciation for 2 years. You will be arriving at the profit. Is it clear, everyone? Now, one more thing is there. At the end of it, required advise Y connections about the optimal plant value. Yes, what is the question, students? Advise. Now, the most beautiful part in SCMP is understanding the question. What are they asking? Are they asking me to calculate? No. They are asking me to advise based on the calculation, given advice. Now, if we see the net profit, okay, in the solution, if I am going for 500 units, the profit is going to be 13,045. All my calculations are in thousands. If I am going for 750 units, my net profit is going to be 12,830. Fine. So visualize, students, which one do I want as a businessman? We want the point where our profit is maximum on an overall basis. Where is our profit maximum? When I'm selling 500 units. So from a financial perspective, what will be our advice? We'll be telling, boss, from a financial perspective, go for 500 units. That is my high price, low volume output. Yes or no? I'm going for a high price, 79,600. Low volume, 500 units. That will give me maximum profit from a financial perspective. But think, students, from a non-financial perspective, if we see the difference in the profit is not that much, it's a small difference, okay? But yes, from a non-financial perspective, we are telling every decision can be taken from a financial as well as from a non-financial perspective. So from a non-financial perspective, we are telling, boss, yes, if we go for non-financial perspective, it will increase our profit in the long run. Yes, so there is no significant difference in the profit. If we want, we can also go for a high volume, low price product as well. That is, if we want, we can go for 750 units as well. Why? Because firstly, if I'm selling more units, that means my market share will increase. And if I'm selling more units, yes, and my product is good, in the long term, brand image will be established. Is it clear? This is the advice that we are giving in the question. This was your question. Is it clear, everyone? Going to the next question, my dear students. This is going to be a super question 2. This is test your knowledge question number 6 from page 5.37 from the study material. Now, in order to produce a product, I am using 4 different raw materials. I have to calculate the relevant cost of 4 different raw materials. Fine. So, first point is regarding raw material A. Altogether, 2000 units raw material A is required. Fine. Yes, none of the units are in stock. That means complete 2000 units I will have to purchase. That means if I am purchasing my raw material, which is going to be relevant, my purchase price, yes or no, replacement cost is going to be 8 rupees. So per unit, 8 rupees into 2000 is going to be my relevant cost. As simple as that. Yes, we'll have to write the analysis. Okay. Now question is to analyze the relevant cost. I will tell, okay, 2000 units, none of the units are in stock. It means complete 2000 has to be purchased. Purchase price is relevant. Purchase price is nothing but my replacement cost. So that is going to be my relevant cost. Fine. Second, raw material B. 3000 units is required. In that 1200 units is already in my stock. Now if you see, raw material B is used regularly in my production. So look at this, look at this, look at this, students. 3000 units are required. Yes, 1200 units are already in stock. That means if I use it here, yes, it is regularly used. That means I'll have to replace. My replacement cost is going to be relevant at the rate of 10 rupee per unit. So it's going to be 12,000 rupees. Yes, 1200 units is in stock. That means 1800 units is not in stock. If it is not in stock, I'll have to purchase. Again, purchase price. That is nothing but my replacement cost of 10 rupees is going to be relevant. That means my total relevant cost is going to be 30,000 rupees. Is it clear, everyone? So you'll have to write the analysis. Coming to raw material C. Altogether, 2000 units of raw material C is required. 1400 is already in stock. What is question talking? Question is telling raw material C and D is from a stock that was purchased in excess. That means raw material is not regularly used. And is it having any alternate use? Material C has no other use. That means the only option we can be doing is giving it to scrap. That means what is going to be a relevant cost, students? Yes, my realizable value is going to be relevant. Look at this, raw material C, altogether 2000 units is needed. In that 1400 units is already in stock. Yes, raw material is in stock and is not regularly used. That means my realizable value, NRV, is going to be relevant at the rate of 9 rupee per unit. I will do it. Yes, 600 units is not in stock. If it is not in stock, I have to do this job. That means I'll have to purchase. So my purchase price is going to be relevant. That is my replacement cost at the rate of 14. I add the two, I'll be getting my total relevant cost. Is it clear? Coming to raw material D. Yes, this is important, students. Everyone pay attention. Raw material D. Altogether 500 units is required. Fine. 500 units is already in my stock. That means no tension only. But what is question telling? Yes, raw material D is from the stock that was purchased in excess. That means the raw material is not regularly used. However, see this additional point, material D can be used as a substitute for 700 units of material Z, which currently costs 11 per unit. That means what is happening, students? Yes, raw material is in stock, is not regularly used. Yes, my relevant cost is going to be my realizable value or benefit from alternate use, whichever is higher. Now here, am I having benefit from alternate use? Yes, I am having benefit from alternate use. So what I am telling, pay attention, students. I am telling, okay, raw material D is in stock. How many units is there? 500 units is there. Yes, two options are there. Either these 500 units, I can give it to scrap. If I am giving these 500 units to scrap, for every unit, how much I am getting, students? 12 rupees I am getting. So 500 into 12, I will be getting 6,000 rupees. Fine, that is one option. Either I can give it to scrap dealer, I will get 6,000 rupees, or I can use it as a replacement for product Z. Yes, as a replacement for how many units of product Z I can use? I can use it as a replacement for 700 units of product Z, which would have costed 11 rupees. Now, what is happening? Pay attention. I want to produce some other product. For that, I want raw material product Z. How many units I had to purchase? 700 units I had to purchase. At what price I had to purchase? 11. That means altogether, how much would be my value? 7,700. Instead of paying 7,700, alternatively, I can use this raw material D as well. Yes, that means what is my relevant cost, my dear students? It is going to be whichever is higher. That means it is going to be 7,700. Now, again reminding you, we are not here to explain the detailed logic. Concept videos are already there. This is just your quick revision of all the points in the littlest time possible. Fine. Next, the final point for you guys is here we are having book value of the units. Yes, I know book value, original purchase price, historic cost is a sunk cost is going to be irrelevant for decision making. Is it clear, everyone? Going to the next question, my dear students, which is going to be, yes, a very lengthy question, but trust me, is a simple one. Test your knowledge, question number 9 from the study material, page number 5.39. Now, yes, a long story is there. I'm not going into the story. I'm only reading what is required, and based on it, we are calculating. Question is telling there is a contract, for that calculate relevant cost. Fine. Paragraph by paragraph, item by item, we'll discuss. Yes. 40 tons of raw material DX is required. Fine. Raw material is in a regular use. Okay, fine. Purchase price is going to be 380 per ton. 5 tons is already in stock. So look at this, what I'm going to tell. I will tell all together. Look at this, boss. Yes, it is in a regular use. That means if I'm using it for some other contract, I will have to replace it. I'm telling 5 ton is already in stock. Yes, if it is already in stock, that means I'm using it here. Replacement cost, that is my purchase price at the rate of 380 is going to be relevant. If it is not in stock, obviously I'll have to purchase again at the rate of 380 is going to be relevant. I will calculate my relevant cost. Fine. Next, components is needed. How many components is needed? 4000 component is needed. Fine. So what all can be done? Two options are available. Either I can purchase the component from outside at 15 rupees. That means 4000 component, I go to supplier, I pay 15 rupees, 4000 into 15, 60,000 rupees, end of the story. Or else there is our own sister concern called as ANZ. They can also give it to us. If they are giving, what is a variable cost? Yes, they can manufacture the same product at 8 rupee per unit. That means 8 rupees is better, right? From outside I have to pay 15 rupees. But wait, there is a catch. They are telling we are having spare capacity only to produce 2500 components. But we want 4000, right? So to go beyond 2500, what we have to do? Yes, we have to forego some external sale of 50,000 rupees, which had a PV ratio of 40%. That means how much contribution we have to forego? 50,000 into 0.4%, 20,000 contribution of the 4. Fine. Yes, company is telling, yes, in order to maintain uniformity, either completely we will buy from outside or completely we will buy from ANZ. Which one should we do? We will see. Wherever my total cost is minimum, that is what I will be doing. Suppose I am telling 4000 components I am buying from outside, every component I am paying 15 rupees. What is the total amount I will be paying? 60,000 rupees. Now, if I am getting from ANZ, yes, variable cost for complete 4000 units I have to pay. How much it is? Yes, 8 per unit into 4000 units, it is going to be 32,000 rupees is the amount. Yes or no? ANZ is paying 32,000 rupees. Fine. Now, at the same time, there is a contribution which it could have got by selling outside, that it is sacrificing. So that opportunity cost, how much it is? 50,000 into 40%, 20,000. So in this case, what is my relevant cost? What is the total cost for the company? 52,000 rupees. So two options are there. Buy it from outside, pay 60,000, or buy it, yes, from ANZ. Yes, incur 52,000. Which one we will go for? We will buy from ANZ because our overall relevant cost is 52,000 only. So our buy from ANZ Limited because my relevant cost is 52,000. This is also over. Clear, everyone? Going to the next item. Yes, employees. Yes, how many? 2000 hours of highly skilled labor is required. Fine. They are paid 5 rupee per hour. Fine. I'll calculate the relevant cost. However, they are in short supply. Okay. That means presently what they are doing? They are presently engaged in meeting the demand of product G. Okay. Which requires 4 hours. Okay. And contribution by selling 1 unit of product G is 24 rupees. That means, yes, labor, new labor, yes, I am getting my work done from my existing employees and they are in short supply. That means my wages plus my opportunity cost is going to be relevant. Yes or no, everyone? Wages plus my opportunity cost is going to be relevant. What is my wages? I am telling 2000 hours at the rate of 5 per hour. 10,000 is going to be my wages. What is my opportunity cost? What they are producing? Product G. Yes, by producing product G, how much contribution they are getting? 24 rupees. But to get this 24 rupees contribution, how many hours they have to work? To produce 1 unit of product G, 4 hours they have to work. That means for 4 hours they are getting 24. That means for 1 hour, how much they are getting, students? 6 rupee per hour is going to be my opportunity cost. This way for 2000 hours, 2000 into 6, 12,000 plus 10, 22,000 is going to be my relevant cost. Is it clear, everyone? Next item. Coming to my machine. So machine I have told it is either the rental cost or net cost of purchase, whichever is lower. Now pay attention. Yes, beautiful adjustment. Yes, machine I want. I am asking what all options is available. Was they are telling either I can hire. If I am hiring, how much it is? 15,000. Okay, option number 1. Or I can buy. Purchase is 50,000. I am telling if you buy, what we are going to do? Two options are there. Either buy now, yes, pay 50,000 at the end of the life. Sell it, get 30,000 back. That means what is my net cost, students? 20,000. Yes or no, everyone? Look at this. Yes, I'm telling hire 15,000, or buy and sell. Yes, while buying pay 50,000 rupees, while selling get back 30,000 rupees. That means my net cost is 20,000 rupees. Or else alternatively, we are telling now buy at 50,000. Yes, at the end of the contract, modify at 5,000. That means just visualize, students. While purchasing, I have paid 50,000. Now again to modify, I have to pay 5 more thousand. I'm asking, but why should I modify? I'm telling there is some other machine that I should have purchased. But if I modify, I can save myself from purchasing that. It means how much money can I save? I can save 45,000 rupees, which I would have to incur to buy the other machine. That means what is my net cost, students? 10,000 rupees. Three options are there. If I'm hiring, my net cost is 15,000. If I'm buying and selling, my net cost is 20,000. If I'm buying and modifying, my net cost is 10,000. Which one will I go for? I will purchase and modify because my net cost is 10,000 only. That is my relevant cost. Next, they are telling, okay, whatever I do, I'll have to operate my machine as well. To operate the machine, I have to pay 12,000. Until fine, 12,000 is irrelevant. As simple as that. Now, supervisor is needed. Yes, existing manager is going to supervise. Okay, existing current employee. He is having sufficient capacity. Okay, yes. However, because he is doing the work, I am paying him 5,000 rupees extra bonus. So, what is going to be relevant? That 5,000 rupees extra that I am going to pay is going to be relevant. Is it clear? Now, development. Yes, 30,000 rupees have already incurred to develop, already been incurred, already in the past. Historic sunk cost is going to be irrelevant. Fixed overhead absorption, it is just your general overhead absorption. Allocated overheads is again going to be irrelevant. So you add all the things, you'll be arriving at your relevant cost. Fine. Two problems that can arise because I'm setting my prices based on relevant costing. PP, yes, one is profit reporting, next thing is going to be my pricing of future. As simple as that. Is it clear, everyone? Enjoying the classes? Going to the next question, my dear students, which is going to be test your knowledge question number 10, page 5.39. Yes, which is going to be a super question number 4. Now, what is happening in the question? Everyone pay attention. Yes, company has got an export order for the very first time. So, it made a quote. It is telling we want $32.51 for 1 unit. But customer is telling I am willing to pay maximum 28.5 only. So the question is, should we be accepting the order at the rate of 28.5 by considering all other non-financial factors? Fine. So what is going to be the approach? Everyone pay attention. Yes, we have to see, consider only the relevant cost. See how much is my total relevant cost. Now look at this. Yes, direct material is going to be my relevant cost. Yes, direct labor is going to be my relevant cost. Leakage testing for every unit I have to do, that is going to be my relevant cost. Variable overhead will be my relevant cost. Export clearance, every unit I am exporting, clearance amount I have to be, that is going to be my relevant cost. Yes, fixed overheads. If nothing is given, what will I assume? I will assume my fixed cost is going to be allocated fixed cost. That means it is going to be irrelevant. Yes or no? Unless otherwise specified, I'll assume that yes, my variable cost is always relevant. If nothing is given, I'll always assume my fixed cost is irrelevant. That means this 100 rupees is going to be irrelevant. That means what is my total relevant cost, my dear students? Out of total 1980, 100 is irrelevant. That means only 1880 rupees is going to be relevant in terms of rupees. Now, yes, buyer's quote is in terms of dollars. So that means I have to convert it into dollar. Yes, question is telling $1 is equal to 67 rupees. That means I'll tell, okay boss, $1 is equal to 67 rupees. $1 is equal to 67 rupees. That means 1880 rupees is how much dollars? I will cross multiply 1880 divided by 67 will make it $28.05. That means for every firefighting equipment, my relevant cost is $28.05. But how much is my customer willing to pay? He is willing to pay me, yes, $28.5. Yes or no, everyone? Just have a look at this. Customer is willing to pay 28.5. My relevant cost is 28.05 or 28.06 when you round it off. That means on every firefighting equipment, I am having a benefit of $0.44. This way, how many, yes, firefighting equipments I'm exporting? 20,000 equipments. That means I'm having a benefit of $8,800. Now, if you want, you can convert it into rupees as well. $1 is 67 rupees. So into 67 will give you a benefit of 5,89,600 rupees. That means from a financial perspective, what we should do, Yes, the quote given by the customer, the special price order for export should be accept or not. From a financial perspective, we will always export. But question is telling you advise by considering non-financial perspective as well. Now, in case of a special price order decision, yes, what is going to be my non-financial factors that has to be kept in mind, students? Yes, it is going to be, I've given you the mnemonic I love apps, wherein I stands for industry analysis, A stands for additional terms, B stands for buyer creditworthiness, S stands for statutory compliances. Detailed explanation you guys can give. Yes, if you watch the concept video, yes, a decision making marathon which is uploaded on YouTube, you'll be getting a proper understanding, telling okay, in industry analysis what all I should do, additional terms, buyer creditworthiness, statutory compliance. This was a question. Based on this we should be answering. Could be a question for 10 marks, has been asked in the examination multiple times. Is it clear, everyone? Perfect. So let's proceed to the next question, my dear students. So what is happening here is there is a company called as BNZ. Okay, fine. What is it doing? Currently, it is manufacturing and selling bottles, but it got a new offer, that is, yes, to manufacture plastic toys. Fine. Yes, now existing business, permanent business is to manufacture and sell bottles. New offer it got to manufacture plastic toys. This is just a one-time offer. Fine. Now, the resource is going to be a limiting factor. If resource is going to be a limiting factor, how do I take a decision? Decision will be taken based on contribution per limiting factor. Yes or no? That is nothing but contribution per unit divided by limiting factor per unit. Contribution per limiting factor. Now, what is happening? Let's see. First step is to calculate contribution. Now, normally what do we tell? It is sales minus variable cost is contribution per unit divided by limiting factor is contribution per limiting factor. But if you see the question, what is happening is, where is the question? Yeah. Yes, in order to manufacture the toy, yes, so there is a, yes, regular order is to manufacture bottle, a special order I got, that is to manufacture toy. Yes, if I am manufacturing toy, every toy can be sold at 30 rupees. Fine, variable cost is 24, that means I will think 6 rupees I will be getting as contribution. But wait, yes, in order to manufacture the toy I have to be paying, yes, a mold of 1 lakh rupees. Yes, altogether how many toys are needed? Yes, altogether I will want 40,000 toys. That means, yes, understand students, understand. Yes, do not go by formula, go by logic. Yes, what is contribution? The first thing I have told you about contribution, it is the net cash that I am getting in hand. Now understand. Yes, suppose I decide to manufacture plastic toys. 40,000 toys I am selling. How much amount I am getting? 40,000 toys at the rate of 30 per toy. This is what I am getting. What all I have to be paying? Yes, I have to be paying my variable cost, 24 per toy into 40,000 toys. Along with that, I should also be paying a mold cost of 1 lakh. That means what is the net amount that is there with me? I will tell 40,000 into 30, 24 into 40,000. Yes, 2,40,000 I will be having, but in that 1 lakh I have to pay 1,40,000 is a net cash with me. That is my net contribution. Is it clear? So what I'll do, sales minus variable cost minus my specific fixed cost. This is a very important point here, my dear students. Is it clear? Because if I have to manufacture my toys, I have to pay this specifically. Contribution is not my sales minus variable cost. That is what we generally tell. In reality, it is my marginal revenue minus my marginal cost. Marginal cost includes my variable cost, specific cost. Yes, if needed. Yes, my opportunity cost as well. Is it clear? This is one point which has to be kept in mind. Fine. Now, when we do this and when we are giving the ranking, what happens is toys, I will be getting my first ranking. Bottle, I will be getting my second rank. That means from a financial perspective, what I will be telling, boss, first manufacture toys, balance you manufacture bottles. That means if I have to sacrifice, which one will I sacrifice? I will sacrifice bottle. But now understand students, from a financial perspective, yes, it looks fine. Yes, I'll be telling, okay, accept toys order. But from a non-financial perspective, understand students, yes, toy is just a one-time order. This month it is there, next month it will not be there. But bottle is a permanent business that we are in. If I discontinue my permanent customer, my existing customer, just for a one-time customer, this month, okay, I may be earning good amount of profit, but what from the next month onwards? Okay, so toy is just a one-time special order. Fulfilling my existing order is going to be necessary for long-term customer relationship. So we should always try to retain our existing customer, because cost of keeping my existing customer is always lower than cost of acquiring a new customer. So keeping your long-term customer relationship in mind, yes, retain your existing customer. For this new toy manufacturing, if you want, you can explore outsourcing. Overall, we'll tell, yes, consider both financial as well as non-financial factors. Accordingly, take a decision. Now, there is one more question, students, which is beautiful. Now, pay attention. What is happening? The laptop is getting stuck. 1 second, students. It is happening. Now let's continue. There were, I think, last 10-20 seconds there was a small struck. Okay. Okay, now what is the question trying to tell? Yes, there's one more part of the question. Yes, there is an associate company. Okay, it is having idle capacity and it is telling, don't worry boss, if you cannot produce, we will produce. Okay, subcontract price, we are asking, okay, how much you will give for? He is telling at 28 per toy, I will give it to you. Determine the minimum expected excess machine hour capacity to justify producing the toy by itself rather than subcontract. Now pay attention what is happening. Yes, toy I have to produce. Either I can produce on my own or I can give it to my associate. Now what is happening? If I am producing on my own, for every toy, how much is the variable cost I have to pay? 24. If I am getting it done from my associate, for every toy, how much I have to pay? 28. Fine. That means if I manufacture on my own, for every toy, how much I can save? 4 rupees per toy, yes or no? But wait, it's not simple. Yes, if I'm manufacturing on my own, special mold I need to manufacture. If I'm getting it done from my associate, he will take care of the cost, no tension. That means if I'm manufacturing on my own, how much extra cost I have to be incurring? 1 lakh. If I'm manufacturing on my own, 1 lakh extra I should incur. But if I incur 1 lakh extra, on every unit I can save 4 rupees. On one unit I can save 4 rupees. That means if I have to manufacture by myself, at least 1 lakh I should save. Yes or no? Because altogether 1 lakh extra I am incurring. That means how many units I should be selling? 1 lakh divided by 4, 25,000 toys. So I'll tell boss, pay attention. If at least I have capacity to produce 25,000 toys by myself, I will produce. Otherwise, I will directly give it to my associate company. Fine. So decision making framework, at least if I can produce 25,000, more than 25,000 toys by myself, I will manufacture on my own. Otherwise, if my spare capacity is lower than manufacturing 25,000 toys, I will directly give to my associate. The question is telling, tell me in terms of hours. Fine. Question is telling me that to produce, yes, in 1 hour, I can produce 16 toys. That means if I have to produce 25,000 toys, how many hours is needed? 25,000 hours divided by 16 toys per hour, 1562.5 hours. So we'll tell, if I have at least 1563 hours, that means in that at least I can produce 25,000 toys. Then it will be financially worth if I manufacture by myself. Otherwise, if I'm having lower than that, it is not wise to manufacture, directly give it to your associate company. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no, students? Going to the next question, my dear students. Yes, this is a beautiful question. Trust me, if at all this question will come in the examination, could be a question for 20 marks. Full-fledged question. Pay attention. It is on my limiting factor plus LPP. Okay, so if you do not know the concept of LPP, I would request you, yes, go back to the concept video, decision making, yes, marathon summary. Yes, there everything about LPP is explained. I will not be explaining what LPP is, how it is solved. I am just going to apply it in the question. Question is telling 2 products I am producing, X and Y. 3 constraints, 3 limiting factors I am having. Raw material is in short supply. Department A hours is in short supply. Department B is also in short supply. Fine. Yes, what I do? Yes, I will calculate my contribution per unit. Fine. I will calculate my contribution per limiting factor as per raw material, as per department A, as per department B. If rank is same, in the same rank I will allocate. But here rank is different. That means I am not getting a specific priority in which I should be distributing. Fine. In that case, what we should be doing? Now, complete step I will explain you. Everyone pay attention. First, I will check if my resource is a limiting factor. How do I check? I know any factor is a limiting factor if availability is less than requirement. Say for example, yes, I take the case of direct material. Fine. Yes, I will see what is the total requirement. Yes, see here. Yes, question is telling me that, yes, altogether what is my demand? 7,400 units of X I have to produce. For every unit, 2 units raw material is needed. 10,000 units Y I have to produce. For every unit, again 2 units is needed. That means altogether, I want 34,800 units of raw material. But how much is available? Only 17,000. That means it is in short supply. It is a limiting factor. Similarly, department A, department B, I will do. Yes, I get to know that 3 are my limiting factors. Then I will calculate my contribution per unit. Yes, contribution per limiting factor and give my ranking. Ranking as per all my factors is different. 1 2 2 1 1 2. So I cannot take a decision. That means I have to go for LPP. Now how do we go for LPP, everyone? LPP formulation. What do I want? What do I want? I am selling X and Y. Overall contribution by selling these two products, I should sell in such a way that overall contribution is maximum. Now my question is, how many units of X, how many units of Y I should be selling? So let us assume, yes, I am going to sell X units of product X and Y units of product Y, so that my overall contribution is maximum. Point number one. Next, I am telling, yes, what is my objective? Maximize contribution. Z is equal to 36X plus 31Y. That means by selling 1 unit of X, I'll be getting 36 rupees contribution. Like that, how many units I'm selling? X units. By selling 1 unit of Y, I'll be getting 31 rupee contribution. Like that, how many units I'm selling? Y unit. So my total contribution is 36 plus 31Y. This should be maximum. However, it is not that simple. We will tell, okay, if it has to be maximum, sell maximum units. No, it is subject to constraints. What all constraints are there, students? What all constraints are there? My raw material is less than or equal to 17,000. If you see the question, raw material altogether I am having 17,000 only. Department A altogether I am having 3,400 only. Department B altogether I am having 3,640 only. So I'll tell raw material should be less than or equal to 17,000. Department A should be less than or equal to 3,400. Department B should be less than or equal to 3,640. Again, overall demand of A and B, maximum I can sell A is 7,400, Y is 10,000. So X should be less than or equal to 7,400, Y should be less than or equal to 10,000. Now how do I build this? Now if you see the question, to manufacture 1 unit of X, 2 kg raw material is needed. Like that, how many units of X I am planning to produce? If my contribution is maximum, X units, that means altogether how much raw material will be used? 2X. For 1 unit of Y, 2 kg raw material is used. Means for Y units, it will be 2Y. So my total raw material will be 2X plus 2Y. It should be less than or equal to 17,000. Similarly, department A, to produce 1 unit of X, 0.5 hours is needed. Like that, how many units I am producing? X units. So it will be 0.5X plus to produce 1 unit of Y, 0.3 hours into Y units, 0.3Y should be less than or equal to 3,000. This way I have my conditions. Now what I want is, I should be getting corner points. Now logic explanation, everything is done. I am just solving this here. Okay, that too only the important areas, not a complete solution. Understand, it is just from the last day perspective. Fine. First, I want corner points. I'll be getting from two different perspectives. First, every inequality, I will convert it into equality and get 2 corner points. Suppose I am telling 2x plus 2y is less than or equal to 17,000. I will do 2x plus 2y is equal to 17,000. I will tell if x is equal to 0, how much is y? It will be 8,500, so I will be getting 0, 8,500. If y is equal to 0, that means this complete thing becomes 0. So 2x will be 17,000, therefore x will be 8,500. So I will be getting my 8,500 points. So this way I am having 3 inequalities. I will convert them into equalities. From every equation 2 corner points. So from 3 equations 6 corner points I will get. Fine. Now additionally I should be getting 3 more corner points. Now how do I get? I am having my 3 equations. Yes, I will be taking a set of 2 equations, solve them using simultaneous linear equation and arriving at my corner point. What, why am I doing this? All of that you can go to the concept videos. Now what I am telling, I am having, yes, raw material is 2x plus 2y is equal to 17,000. Department A is 0.5x plus 0.3y is equal to 3,400. If I solve these two, I will get my corner point as 425042. Similarly, if I solve my equation 2 and 3, department A, department B, I will get the values. Yes, equation 1 and 3, raw material and department B, I will be getting the values. So altogether 6 plus 3, 9 corner points I will be getting. So yes, I have formulated my LPP. Yes, I have calculated corner points. Now I should be selecting which is my most feasible corner point. What do I want? Overall contribution, I want it to be maximum. So I will calculate contribution at all my corner points. I know my contribution, my dear students. What is my contribution? 36x plus 31y. Yes or no? By selling 1 unit of x, I am getting 36. 1 unit of y, I am getting 31. So that was my total contribution. However, while you are calculating this, yes, whichever points are unfeasible based on the demand, you can eliminate. Now, say for example, while I calculate based on my raw material, I got a point 8,500, 0. It is telling sell 8,500 units of X boss, sell 0 units of Y. Yes, this is a corner point, fine. But understand, can I sell 8,500 units of X? What is the maximum demand of X? 7400 only. So is this point feasible? No, this is not feasible. That means this point has to be eliminated. So all those unfeasible points, yes, 9 corner points I'm having, unfeasible I will eliminate. On the balance feasible points, I will calculate my contribution. Now what I want the point at which my overall contribution is maximum. So corner point with the maximum contribution should be my optimal product mix. However, wait. You will have to see if the corner point that you have selected is fulfilling all the conditions or not. Yes, now look at this. Yes, if you solve all those points, you will be getting your highest contribution at a corner point 4171, 438. The contribution is going to be 2,85,967. But if you see this point, it is not necessary all conditions are fulfilled. Yes, again, logic, go there. I'm just explaining what is happening. Yes, it is not going to fulfill your raw material condition. Yes, I know what is the total raw material available, 17,000 kg only. But if I have to produce this, how much raw material is required, everyone? Yes, 4171 units of X, for every unit 2 units, that means 8,342. 4381 units of Y, for every unit 2 kg, that means 8,762. That means altogether 17,104 kg raw material is required. Am I having so much? No, I'm only having 17,000 kg. That means, can I produce this? I cannot produce this. That means this point again becomes unfeasible. Is it clear, everyone? Now again I'm reminding you, yes, if at all you do not know the concept of LPP, go there, watch the concept of LPP and come back here, my dear students. Humble request. Okay, yes, so this point is not going to be feasible, so I'll go for the next best alternative, which is 4250, 4250. I will see in this point whether all my conditions are fulfilled. Yes, all conditions are fulfilled. I'll tell this is my best product mix. Is it clear, everyone? Now this is what is the steps to be followed in the examination. Now if you want the answer, I can give you a simple shortcut as well. Okay, ready, everyone? Now I have my constraints. 3 constraints are there. Yes, take a set of 2 constraints each. Yes, 1 and 2 solve, get the value. 2 and 3 solve, get the value. 1 and 3 solve, get the value. 3 points you are having. Calculate contribution at all the 3 points. Select the maximum value. See if it fulfills all your conditions. If yes, that is your best point. If not, eliminate, go for the next best. That will be your, yes, optimal product mix. Simple solution, but if you want marks, you have to follow everything. Is it clear, everyone? This was the first part of the question. Now we are having the second part as well. Question is telling, I don't want all this tension. Company has decided, because I am having constraints, I will be producing only one product. Which product should I produce? Select the product whose total contribution is maximum. So what is the formula for total contribution? It is contribution per unit into number of units. Yes or no? So that means contribution per unit, I know already, I have calculated. It is going to be 36 as well as 31. Number of units is what I want to know. Now how many units I can sell? It is lower of my production capacity or demand. I will do for 1 unit. Yes, see. Yes, X maximum demand is 7,400. That means maximum how much I can sell? 7,400. Yes, raw material with me is 17,000 kg. Fine. To produce 1 unit of X, 2 kg is needed. That means with 17,000 kg raw material, how many units of X can I produce? 8,500 kg. Fine. Department A, how many hours is there? 3,400. To produce 1 unit of X, how many hours is needed? 0.5. That means in 3,400 hours, how many units of X can I produce? 6,800. Yes or no? 1 unit means 0.5 hours. That means 3,400 hours means how much? Yes, department B, 3,640 hours is there. To produce 1 unit, 0.4 hours. So 3,640 divided by 0.4, it comes to 9,100. Now pay attention, students. Yes, now customers are asking for 7,400. But can I produce 7,400? Look at this. To produce, I want raw material. Raw material 8,500 is there. But how much can I process in department A? Only 6,800 can I process. That means ultimately how many finished goods can I produce? Only 6,800. Yes, demand is 7,400. How much I can sell? Only 6,800. Yes or no? So number of units produced and sold, it is the lowest of your demand or your production capacity. So I will tell it is going to be 6,800 units. Similarly, I will do for Y. I will see the total contribution. Wherever my total contribution is minimum, I will go for that. Wherever my total contribution is maximum, I'll go for that. When we are telling spontaneously, yes, just like a rocket, sometimes, yes, we miss out on some words, students. Okay, so bear with me for that. So let's proceed to the next question, my dear students. So let me tell you a small incident that's happening. Okay, so from morning, we are working on this file. So morning 10 o'clock, I've started recording the video. Now it's evening 6:30. Okay, just this video recording is still pending. It's not that I am taking breaks. Okay, yes, the person who was writing the notes. Okay, yes, the laptop got corrupted. Yes, there was some issue with the Microsoft Windows, so because of that there's a lot of disturbance that's happening. Okay, so they're just trying to somehow work. Yes, the file is getting lost, the file is getting corrupted, whatever she has written is getting lost. So many things are happening. Despite that, yes, we are somehow, yes, trying to continue. Yes, taking it just one question at a time. We are uploading, we are sending, we are filing, we are doing everything, so that yes, we can try to give you, yes, the maximum output possible. So yes, that's why there's a small delay. Yes, we told that yes, by evening 5 p.m. the video will be uploaded. I know there's a delay. Trust me, yes, we have tried giving everything possible. Trust me, she has not even gone for her lunch break. Okay, she's just working on this. Okay, just to ensure that yes, we can upload the video within the time. Okay, now moving to the next question, my dear students. Everyone pay attention. It's going to be super question number 7, which is test your knowledge question number 11 from the textbook. Yes, company is producing 5 different badminton products. Yes, it is having 2 options. Either it can manufacture on its own or it can outsource. Which option will it choose? It will see manufacturing what cost it is, outsourcing which out what cost it is. Wherever cost is low, that is what it will do. As simple as that. Yes or no? Now some items they are told, yes, firstly question is telling that yes, there is no tie-in between the products. That means company can individually decide, yes, this product I will outsource, this product I will manufacture. There is no condition telling if this one you give to outsourcing, this also should be given to outsourcing. Individually I can decide. That means individually for every product I will calculate what is the relevant manufacturing cost. I will calculate what is the relevant outsourcing cost. Wherever cost is minimum, I will go for that. As simple as that. Yes, question is telling me, yes, what all, yes, how many units I have to be producing in a month. So for these units, what is my relevant manufacturing cost? I will calculate. Yes, my direct material cost, my direct labor cost, my variable overhead cost, as well as my relevant fixed overhead. That is the relevant manufacturing cost. As against that, I will compare with my outsourcing cost. Fine, I will do it for total units in a month. So I'll be getting the total cost, relevant cost. Wherever cost is minimum, I'll be going for that. Now, while I'm going for fixed overheads, look at this sentence, students. Company-wide fixed overhead is 15 lakh every year. Now look at this question has given me the data of output in 1 month. That means all my cost also I want for 1 month. So 15 lakh is for 1 year. I want for 1 month. Fine. Out of that, 2,40,000 is directly attributable to production of these 5 products on an annual basis. This fixed cost of 2.4 lakh is evenly split and is entirely avoidable. That means if I decide I'm not going to manufacture this cost I can avoid. That means what is my relevant cost? Everyone pay attention. Yes, my relevant cost is going to be 2,40,000 per annum for 5 products. Now I want for 1 month because all my data is for 1 month. So I will convert it into 1 month. I will tell, okay, 2,40,000 is for 1 year. In that 12 months are there. That means for 1 month it is going to be 20,000. For 1 month for 5 products. Yes or no? I want for 1 product. They have told it is evenly distributed. That means for 1 month, 1 product, for 1 month it is going to be 4,000. That is the relevant cost of 1 product if I am manufacturing for 1 particular month. Is it clear? Based on that, I will calculate what is my relevant cost for production, my relevant cost of outsourcing, whichever is lower, I will be going for that. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. After that, based on that, I'll be selecting which product has to be outsourced, which product has to be manufactured. That I will tell. Again, there is one more point that they are asking. They are also telling, explain gain sharing arrangement and the aspects that has to be considered so that we can get benefit out of my gain sharing arrangement. Now, gain sharing arrangement is a concept which is discussed in chapter number 2, modern business environment. If you want to know the concepts, go to the concept video. Everything about gain sharing arrangement is discussed. Now, first we'll be telling, yes, the basics of gain sharing arrangement. Then we'll also be telling what are some reasons why gain sharing arrangement can fail. If terms of arrangement are not properly structured, it can fail. If I have not implemented properly, again my gain sharing arrangement can fail. If the relationship between two parties, that is the buyer as well as the supplier, is not proper, again my gain sharing arrangement can fail. So what all precautions have to be taken to ensure that my gain sharing arrangement is successful? Yes, be specific, properly tell, yes, what all is outsourced, who is responsible for what, be as specific as possible. Yes, have a predefined formula for sharing benefit. Tell, okay, yes, how are we going to share the benefit that is going to arise? And it requires efforts from both the entities. Yes, this was super question number 7. Is it clear, everyone? Now we will do one thing, my dear students. 7 questions we have already discussed from this particular chapter. 5 more questions are pending. Okay, trust me, recording these 5 questions will just take me somewhere around half an hour. But to get these questions ready, yes, it has become a really big task. Yes, last minute technical glitches. Okay, trust me, it was something we could not have avoided. Yes, we thought, okay, writing these questions will be taking somewhere around, yes, 10 hours. So we kept somewhere around, yes, 3-4 hours extra. So we started working on that. But all of a sudden, yes, the laptop got corrupted. Yes, there was some issue because of that. Yes, the last minute glitches have come in. So kindly bear with us. Yes, we will definitely be recording the balance portion of this video. Yes, tomorrow morning by 9 a.m. the balance portions, that is the balance videos, will be uploaded. Do not worry. Yes, we promised you that we'll be giving you a discussion of the questions. We will give you a discussion of the questions. Okay, so have a look at all these questions. 7 questions we have discussed in the smallest time possible. I've explained you what the question is, how to solve, what are the things to be kept in mind, how to present in the examination. So I want you guys to keep in mind the approach properly. First, read the question yourself, understand the question, try coming up with your perspective on how to solve the question. After that, watch the video, understand the key terms, the key discussion. Once the question is over, sit and solve the question by yourselves. That is a real learning process, my dear students. Okay, with this we end the session. Thank you so much, my dear students. Keep studying, keep smiling, keep working hard, keep making your parents proud. And thank you so much for staying till the very end. If you have loved the video, do like the video. Yes, comment. Yes, we put in so much effort, my dear students. All we'll ask you is put down your comments, pour your heart out, and do share it with all your friends. Thank you so much, students. See you again in the next video. Till then, keep studying. See you on the other side.